My name is Alex Soto. I am coming to you from Austin, Texas, where I will be teaching middle school Latin this coming year. And we also have Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael Kearney. I'm the Mod 3 for this round, perhaps Mod 2 at the moment. And Chris and I will be sharing the duties of pasting and doing the line. If you have challenges, directed to either of us, but ideally the Mod 2, whomever that ends up being.
And Chris is currently joining so we can have our scorekeepers and our timers.
I'm Patty Hay. I'm from Pennsylvania. I will be your timer today. We are at some point going to get a pretty bad storm here, but I don't think it'll be until a later thing. So just to let you all know.
And our scorekeepers.
Yeah, I'm Darby Vasquez. I'm the secondary scorekeeper from sunny California.
Hi, I'm Sid Davis from right now, Minnesota. I'm the primary scorekeeper, and well, it wouldn't be a convention without a freakish storm, so I think it's all good.
Yeah, sounds about right. So we did get confirmation that you can fill out your Google form whenever your alternate players get it. So again, get it to them as soon as possible, just so we can have that. Yeah, so that's everyone here. I don't know if Chris is completely here yet.
I'm here.
Okay.
Chris Sloan, I'm the backup moderator from Nashville, Tennessee.
Great. And without them, this wouldn't be possible. So a big thank you to everyone. And a big thank you to the players as well. Thank you for your dedication, for your time, for your energy, because you also make this possible. And congratulations on getting to semifinals. This should be fun. That looks all good to me. We are ready. We are streaming already. So now I have to say this. Keep checking the Sched app for upcoming sessions. Don't forget that many colloquia are pre-recorded and you can listen to them at any time. By participating in this session, you are agreeing to abide by the NJCL Code of Conduct and the guidelines which I will go over. Do not record any audio or video without express permission. The moderator and the tech assistant have the authority to remind participants of the guidelines and to remove a participant from Zoom for not following the guidelines and/or the NJCL Code of Conduct. During this round, something that's different from prelims is that you must have your camera on at all times, not just during the score checks. If you think this may be an issue, let us know and we will try to figure that out. But we want to maintain competitive integrity of this round, so cameras are a requirement. So I see everyone. Just going to our second page. Yes, everyone looks good. I need to see Sophia and Sarah. Hi, Sophia and Sarah. There you are, Sarah. Okay. So that looks good. And what else? Reminder to wait until recognized to answer a toss-up. Your screen may be different from mine, and at the end of the day, we're going based on what I see on my screen. We don't have an audience, but the coaches are still there, so cameras turned off at score checks. Y'all are free to one sec. At score checks, we are free to cheer and clap using reactions, but let's keep it pretty quiet because I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty loud for our audience on YouTube. Scores at 19 as well. That all looks good to me. Let me just make sure on one thing. Okay. Just to let the rest of the room know, Sarisa from New Hampshire says that sometimes his camera having his camera on can mess up the audio coming in for him. So I gave him permission to go ahead and turn his camera off. He still will have to turn it on at score checks. Is everyone cool with that? Sounds good. Okay, so at this point, we're ready for Aurelia.
Do we have the captain from Virginia?
Yes, that's also important. So I see Sarisa for New Hampshire, Caroline for
Alexis.
Florida. Sorry?
Alexis at V3, VA3.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
And Alexis from Virginia. And now we have the Aurelia passage, just for pronunciation's sake. Aurelia, qui urbs placebat, erat in Aegypto cum familia sua in genti et equo suo. Tre decem ludos magnos Iois in amphitheatro Alexandriae spectabant. Tandem hic equus iratus domum recurrere coipit. Ehu. Did everybody hear every word of that? Don't want my audio cutting out. That would not be good. Does it sound good to everyone? Cool. And I just got another message. So Sophia from New Hampshire also says that having her camera on can disturb audio. So I'm going to go ahead and allow her to turn it off, but she will have to turn it on at score checks as well. That is fine with me. Seeing as I do not have any other worries or I don't see any other potential issues, I'm going to ask that the rest of us keep it on. A reminder that do not do anything that may be construed as consultation, including gestures, any verbal or electronic communication. Coaches, or other players can communicate during bonuses still. If you do have a concern, you can go ahead and direct it to Chris, and we'll get that sorted out. Please respect our decisions that we make as moderators. Both Michael, Chris, and I will try our best to do the right thing. And just know that if you still believe there to be an issue, we have a team behind us that will look very thoroughly into whatever issues you may have. So again, the right thing will be done, whether now or later. A reminder that since this is semifinals, all protests need to be in and resolved for questions 1 through 19 before we start question 20. If there's a protest on question 20, obviously we'll have to address it after question 20, but the result of this room needs to be straight and for sure. Does that make sense? Any questions before we start? Don't see any. And I see what you said, Soham. Okay, Sarah, if you would like to go ahead and turn off your camera, that is okay as well. But again, just score checks. That is it from me. If there's nothing from y'all, then we can go ahead and begin our 2020 Certamen Novice Semifinals. Go ahead and take a deep breath. This should be fun. Again, congratulations for getting here. That's an accomplishment in and of itself. Let's have our best round possible. We have a question for no points. This question does not necessarily reflect the difficulty of questions found in this round. Toss-up number the practice. Responde latine. Quat sunt unus et quatuor? Florida 1, Caroline.
Quinque.
Quinque is correct. Bonus number 1 for Florida for 0 points. Responde latine. Quat sunt novem et tres?
So that would be 12, so
Duodecim.
duodecim.
Yeah.
Final answer, duodecim.
Duodecim is correct. Bonus number 2. Responde latine. Quat sunt decem minus quatuor?
6.
6. SE.
Final answer, 6.
Can you spell that?
SEX.
Okay, I heard 6, but yes, sex is correct. So that is 0 points on the practice toss-up. Everything still seems fine to me, so we will go ahead and get started with toss-up number 1 for any team. What position responsible for the second stage of a young Roman's education, was often held by an enslaved person. New Hampshire 1, Sarisa.
The pedagogus.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Repeating for the other two teams. What position, responsible for the second stage of a young Roman's education, was often held by an enslaved person and shares its name with the school at which they taught? Virginia 4, Jordan.
Grammaticus.
Grammaticus is correct. Bonus number 1 for Virginia. What position was responsible for elementary education?
So that just
Is that the pedagogus?
I think. I could be wrong. Yeah.
So, pedagogus. That's our answer. Okay. Pedagogus. Final answer.
Pedagogus is not correct. And just a reminder, I didn't mention it earlier, but yes, final answer is still expected. So again, pedagogus is not correct. We could have taken literator, magister literarum, ludi magister. Try this bonus though. At the age of 16, aristocratic Roman boys would serve as an apprentice in politics and then in military training. What was the general term used by ancient Romans to describe these apprenticeships?
Well, I think that it's a military tribune, but well, I don't really. Well, I know that's the position they held, but I don't really know what you would call it. Would we just say that?
Sure.
Go for it.
I need your answer.
Defer to Jordan.
Military tribune. Final answer.
No, I'm sorry, military tribune is not correct. This was a tyrocinium. Tyrocinium. So that is 10 points on toss-up number 1 for Team Virginia. Moving on to toss-up number 2 for any player. Translate only the subordinate clause of the following sentence into English. Marcus, cum Gaius in cubiculo dormiebat. New Hampshire 1, Sarisa.
With okay, so with Gaius in the bedroom.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Virginia 1, Clarissa. I need your, sorry, go ahead.
Was sleeping in the bedroom with Gaius.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Repeating for the remaining team. Translate only the subordinate clause of the following sentence into English. Marcus, cum Gaius in cubiculo dormiebat, consul a senatu appellabatur. Repeating. Translate only the subordinate clause of the following sentence into English. Marcus, cum Gaius in cubiculo dormiebat, consul a senatu appellabatur. Florida 2, Soham.
Was being called by the senator?
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. So we're looking for the cum clause right there, and the correct answer, or what I have on the page, is when Gaius was sleeping in his bedroom. When Gaius was sleeping in his bedroom. No score on toss-up number 2, but moving on swiftly to toss-up number 3 for any team. Describamus nunc proprietates dictionum in hac sententia. Aves populo initium veris nutia verunt. Quo casu est in Florida 2, Soham?
Nomitavio?
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. New Hampshire 1, Sarisa.
Accusativo.
Accusativo is correct. The full question, quo casu est initium? Accusativo. Bonus number 1, quo casu est veris?
Do you mind pasting the sentence?
Yeah, could you post the sentence?
Thank you. Go ahead, Sophia.
Okay, I think I'm not
But that looks like it's genitive. I don't really know, so you go ahead.
I was thinking it's genitive too. Krish, what do you think?
I was going to say genitive.
I need your answer, please.
Genitivo, final answer.
Genitivo is correct. Bonus number 2, quius temporis est nuntiaverunt.
All right, well, it's, but how would you say that? I don't know, but I know it's the perfect. That's all I know.
I don't exactly know how to say perfect in Latin. That's maybe just past. Is there
I
a
need your
past
answer,
that we-
please.
Yeah, okay, go for anything.
Perfectus, final answer.
No, I'm sorry. Right word. We needed it perfecti to match quius. That's okay. That is 15 points on toss-up number 3 for Team New Hampshire. Is that New Hampshire?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Just making sure we got it right. Toss-up number 4 for any team. What emperor of the 3rd century AD, after defeating his predecessor's New Hampshire won Srisa?
Aurelian?
Aurelian is correct. After defeating his predecessor's brother Quintillus, worked to reunite a fractured empire by building a wall around the city of Rome that bears his name, and by reincorporating the Gallic Empire and the kingdom of Palmyra into the Roman Empire. Aurelian is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team New Hampshire. Who was Aurelian's friend and predecessor who earned his ognomen with victories at Doberus and Naissus over an up-and-coming neighboring nation?
I think this is Gallienus because of his because of like the agnomen, I guess, if you can call that an agnomen.
Yep, go for it, Risa.
Sarah? Okay. Gallienus, final answer.
Gallienus is not correct. Answer is Claudius Gothicus. Try this bonus though. What queen of Palmyra was granted a pension and a villa in Tibur after she was defeated and dethroned by Aurelian?
I think this is Zenobia, right?
Still you, go for it.
Zenobia, final answer.
Zenobia is correct. 15 points on toss number. Yes?
Sorry. I'd like to protest, if that's possible. I'll just text.
The first bonus?
Yeah, I'd like to protest the first bonus.
Cool. So we will note that. Your answer was?
Gallienus.
Gallienus, correct. Or that is what your answer was. We will note that and we will get back to you. Moving on to toss-up number 5 for any team. What celestial object was watched constantly by the transformed Clytie and was Florida 4 :
The sun.
The sun is correct, and was personified by the god Helios. The sun is correct. Bonus number 1 for Florida. What celestial object was personified by the goddess Selene?
Moon. The moon. Final answer, moon.
Moon is correct. Bonus number 2. What celestial object bears the name of a Roman god also called Dis?
So that's Pluto. Can you?
Please
oh,
repeat.
sorry. It's in the
Post in the
chat.
chat, please.
It's in the yeah. What celestial object? Roman name. Okay, so
Do you
I'm
want to
pretty
go?
sure it's like Pluto.
Want to go for Pluto? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a celestial object. Final answer, Pluto.
Pluto is correct.
Good job.
That is 20 points on toss-up number 5 for Team Florida. And can I have your cameras on for our score check at 5? Looks good to me. And our score at 5?
After 5, our score is Florida has 20, New Hampshire has 30, Virginia has 10.
Okay. Moving on to toss-up number 6 for any team. From what Latin verb with what meaning do we ultimately derive intercede? Virginia 1, Clarissa. I need your answer, please.
Cato meaning yield.
Educado, meaning yield, is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team Virginia. From what Latin noun with what meaning do we ultimately derive insomnia?
Somnus.
Somnus, meaning
Can
sleep.
you post the bonus in the chat? No, yeah, it's a somnus, yeah.
Somnus? Okay. Final answer, somnus, meaning sleep.
That is correct. Somnus meaning sleep. Bonus number 2, from what Latin verb with what meaning do we ultimately derive instant?
Start, I think.
Well, it's a verb.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Well,
yeah.
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 Yeah. That was
Stow.
that you meant.
Right.
Yeah.
Stow. Yeah, stow.
Yeah.
Sorry. Stow meaning to stand. Yeah. Okay. Final answer, stow meaning to stand.
That is correct. 20 points on toss-up number 6 for Team Virginia. Moving on to so we have someone in the waiting room. Does Seth Amofa represent any of these teams? Is he an alternate or a coach?
Yeah, Seth's a New Hampshire coach, I believe. Yes.
Okay. So since he is a New Hampshire coach, we'll admit him. Give them like 5 seconds and we'll move on to toss-up number 7. Okay. Toss-up number 7 for any team. Listen carefully to the following Latin passage, which involves a plaustrum or wagon. I will read the passage twice, then responde latine to the questions which follow. Nunc vos omne scitis, cur equus Aureliae domum cucurrerit, ehu. Nam unum crus sorores maiores vulneratum est, neque ea ambulare paterat. Puellae agricolam cum plaustro invenerunt, qui illas ad oppidum portabat. Sed nemo saxum periculosum conspexit, quod in via iacebat. Repeating. Nunc vos omne scitis, cor equus Aureliae domum cucurrerit, ehu. Nam unum crus sorores maiores vulneratum est, neque ea ambulare paterat. Puellae agricolam cum plaustro invenerunt, qui illas ad oppidum portabat. Sed nemo saxum periculosum conspexit, quod in via iacebat. The question. Quis ambulare non New Hampshire 1, Srisa.
Soror Aureliae.
I need more information, please.
Soror Maiora Aureliae.
I'm going to see from Florida 2, Soham, what he has to say.
Soror Maiora.
Virginia 1, Clarissa.
Soror Aurelia et Aurelia.
One second. Okay. So we're not going to take any of those answers. We're just looking for Soror Maior. Soror Maior. So who was not able to walk? The older sister. So no score on toss-up number 7. And
can I lodge a protest against that as well, please? That's from New Hampshire.
So your answer was Soror Maior
Aureliae. That was the first answer I gave.
Okay, yeah, Soror Aureliae. We can mark that down as well. Okay, we have that noted. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so because that is being protested and it could or could not be accepted, we're going to go ahead and give you the bonuses just so we don't have to pull you back in or get to them at the end of the round. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, so bonuses for New Hampshire on toss-up number 7. Bonus number 1, Quis puellas uit, and we'll get the passage for you.
Yeah, so that would be the farmer, right? So Agricola.
Yep, I think, yeah, Agricola sounds.
Yeah. Krish?
Agree.
All right. Agricola, final answer.
Agricola is correct. Bonus number 2, quid erat periculum novum postquam Agricola inventus est.
Could you guys post the question? Thanks.
Quid erat periculum novum postquam Agricola inventus est. Like the Saxum?
Yes, I think it's Saxon. Yep.
Saxum. So postquam Agricola inventus est. Okay. Saxum, final answer.
Saxum is correct. So that is a tentative 20 points. We are conferring with our colleagues as to whether to take Soror Aurelii, and we will get back to you before the end of the round, or before toss-up 20, that is.
Thank you.
Moving on to toss-up number 8 for any team. What Latin phrase, first popularized by Juvenal in the 2nd century AD, was adapted by a shoe company as their own brand, A6, and means a sound mind in a Florida 1, Caroline.
Mensana and corpora sane.
Can you spell your last word, please?
I'll type it.
Mensana and corpore sano is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team Florida. What 3-word Latin phrase used by Cicero in his De Officiis is also the state motto of Wyoming?
It's like cadent arma togai,
Yeah.
right, Cullen?
Yeah. Let arms yield to the toga.
Final answer, cadent arma togai.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, cadent arma togai.
Can you spell your first word? No, I'm sorry. Cadent is not correct. Armatogai is correct, but we need it K-dant. C-E-D-A-N-T. Okay, moving on to bonus number 2. Try this one. What 2-word Latin phrase used by Virgil in his Aeneid appears on the $1 bill along with the phrases Novus Ordo Cyclorum and A pluribus unum?
Okay, so 2-word Latin phrase like isn't there one like he has looked upon our undertakings or something?
I don't remember this one actually. The only 2 that I remembered on the $1 bill were Novus Ordo Seclorum and De Pluribus Unum. Yeah, go with that though.
So what would be like the grammatical translation?
I need your
thing
answer,
for-
please.
Defer to
Final
him.
defer to Soham.
He has
You
looked
should-
upon our undertakings. Translate it fast.
I need your, I'm going to say adequate time.
Okay.
That's correct translation, but we needed annuit coeptis. Annuit coeptis. That's okay. 10 points on toss-up number 8 for Team Florida. Moving on to toss-up number 9. In the Latin sentence, Aemilia Januam pede clausit, how would you translate pede? New Hampshire 1, Srisa.
With her foot.
With her foot is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team New Hampshire. In the sentence, Lucius multos annos patrem petiwit, how would you translate multos annos?
Go ahead, Krish.
For many years.
Sophia.
Wait, can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. You're good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that too. So final answer, for many years.
For many years is correct. Now try this bonus. Translate the full sentence. Lucius multos annos patrem petivit.
So you'd say Lucius searched. Oh, Lucius sought his father for many years, right?
Yeah, sought.
Yep.
All right. So final answer, Lucius sought his father for many years.
That is correct. 20 points on toss-up number 9 for Team New Hampshire. Moving on to toss-up number 10 for any team. What creature did Artemis send to point? Florida 4, colon.
The Caledonian boar.
The Caledonian boar is correct.
Job.
My apologies on that read. What creature did Artemis send to punish Oeneus for failing to sacrifice part of his harvest, which prompted a great hunt attended by many heroes? The Caledonian boar is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team Florida. What hero killed the Caledonian boar but gave the spoils to Atalanta?
Meleager. Final answer, Meleager.
Meleager is correct. Bonus number 2. Because she was aggrieved that her son Meleager killed her brothers, what woman threw his life brand into the fire, killing him?
Althea, but before you answer, guys, remember adaptable buzzes. But yeah, Althea.
Final answer, Althea.
Althea is correct. That is 20 points on toss-up number 10, and cameras on for our score check. Or before our score check, we actually checked on toss-up number 4, that bonus. Gallienus was given as an answer. We cannot accept that. So the score remains as
After 10 questions, our scores are Florida has 50, New Hampshire has 50, and Virginia has 30.
close game, guys. Keep it up. Moving on to
One second,
toss-up.
Alex.
Okay.
1 second. Okay, you're good.
We're good. Okay. Moving on to toss-up number 11 for any team. Say in Latin, using the verb lego, it has been read. Virginia 1, Clarissa. I need your answer, please. Going to call adequate. No, I'm sorry. Legutor is not correct. Florida 2, Soham.
Lexator.
No, I'm sorry. Lexitor is not correct. New Hampshire 4, Sophia.
Lectum est.
Lectum est is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team New Hampshire. Now say in Latin, using the verb lego, it had been read.
Yeah, so this would just be lectum erat, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. So final answer, lectum erat.
Lectum erat is correct. Bonus number 2. Now say in Latin, using the verb lego, the books will have been read.
Okay, so this would be libri books.
Libri, yeah. Like
That would be libros. That'd be libros, right?
No, because it's
actually,
passive.
no, you're right.
Passive.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Libri.
libri lecti.
Legantor, right?
No, it would be will have been read, which is perfect. Future
perfect.
Yeah. So lecti erunt.
Yeah, you're right. That's good catch. So libri lecti erunt. I think we're good with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need your answer.
Final answer, libri lecti erunt.
Libri lecti erunt is correct. That is 20 points on toss-up number 11 for Team New Hampshire. Moving on to toss-up number 12. At this point, we will share a screen with the visual. Once the visual is displayed, you will have 10 seconds to examine it before I begin the toss-up. Just give us a sec. Does someone have the visual? I mean, I have it, but...
Hang on one sec.
Okay, cool. Okay, can everybody see that? And let me get my chat reorganized. Okay. Toss up. This map depicts the Roman Empire at its peak. Please identify the letter labeling the Roman province of Lusitania. Virginia 2, Noah.
B.
B is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team Virginia. I have instructions to zoom in on the region around D and A so that map lines are clearly visible. The question, please identify the imperial province labeled D.
Macedonia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. All right.
You guys are sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Final answer, Macedonia.
Macedonia is correct. Bonus number 2. Now, please identify the imperial province labeled A.
Is that Dacia?
Dacia.
Yeah.
Defer to Jordan.
Dacia. Final answer.
Dacia is correct. 20 points on toss-up number 12 for Team Virginia. And kind of missed this, but we can't have oohs and ahs from our audience. They can do it from their computer screens. Moving on to toss-up number 13 for any team. We're so elated you registered for virtual NJCL 2020. From what Latin verb with what meaning do we derive the English word register? Virginia 1, Clarissa. Is that your complete answer?
Sorry, I'm typing it.
Garo to carry will work. Bonus number 1 for Team Virginia. Even at a virtual convention, be sure you are on your best behavior, lest you be sent home at your parents' expense. From what Latin verb with what meaning do we derive the English word expense?
I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah.
You want to have a guess?
Punio meaning like to punish.
Sure.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Final answer, punio, meaning to punish.
No, I'm sorry, punio is not correct. The correct answer is pendo, meaning to hang or to weigh. Try this bonus. While competing in the Certamen tournament, you may be told you are wrong, but if an approved source can vouch for your answer, you may still earn points. From what Latin verb with what meaning do we derive the English word vouch?
Oh,
Woco. With,
Call?
call, yeah.
Yeah.
Final answer, woko.
Wokes. It's wokes.
It's a verb.
Oh.
It's a verb.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Sorry. Sorry.
Final answer, woko, to call.
Woko to call is correct. That is 15 points on toss-up number 13 for Team Virginia. Moving on to toss-up number 14 for any team. Who wed a stranger from Corinth after Creon offered her hand in marriage? Florida 4, Cullen.
Jason.
No, I'm sorry, Jason is not correct. New Hampshire 4, Sophia.
Megara?
No, I'm sorry, Megara is not correct. Virginia 2, Noah. I need your answer,
Helen?
please. Can you repeat that?
Helen?
Helen is not correct. The full question: who wed a stranger from Corinth after Creon offered her hand in marriage to the Sphinx's conqueror, but did not know that the stranger was her own son Oedipus? Correct answer is Jocasta or Epicosta. No score on toss-up number 14. Moving on to toss-up number 15 for any team. What king built a temple of Diana on the Florida 3, Lincoln?
Servius Tullius.
Servius Tullius is correct. The full question: what king built a temple of Diana on the Aventine Hill, which preserved the text of a treaty with the Latin League through the Augustan age, and created the Comitia Centuriata as part of his new census? Servius Tullius is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team Florida: who was Servius Tullius's mother, who reportedly conceived him with a spark?
It's like Acrisia. Yeah. Final answer, Acrisia.
Acrisia is correct. Bonus number 2: the Emperor Claudius wrote about Servius Tullius and identified him with what Etruscan hero?
Mastarna.
Mastarna. Final answer, Mastarna.
Mastarna is correct. 20 points on toss-up number 15 for Team Florida. And we have a confirmation on the passage question. The answer given, Soror Aurelia, was accepted, so you will receive those 20 points for that toss-up. Let's get a second to get the score updated. And if we can turn on our cameras for our score check.
All right, after 15, our scores are Florida 70, New Hampshire 90, Virginia 65.
Thank you. 5 questions left. And again, any challenges need to be lodged before we begin question 20, unless the challenge is on question 20. Toss-up number 16 for any team. Responde aut Anglicae aut Latine. Prope quod oppidum in Gallia Marius Teutones vicit. New Hampshire 1, Teresa. Need your answer, please.
Like Aachen?
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Virginia 4, Jordan.
Aquae Sextii.
Aquae Sextii is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team Virginia. One sec. We are checking the New Hampshire answer of Aachen. It's not what I have here on the sheet, but we can certainly.
I was going to lodge a protest either way.
Okay, we checked it, and Aachen is not correct. Okay, bonus number 1 for Team Virginia. Responde Latine. Quos Romani prope vercellas vicerunt?
Is it going to be
so
Marcellus? Yeah.
So what's it?
Remember Latin.
It's asking like which Romans conquered near whatever that is.
Marcellus. That would be
See, where is that?
I need your answer, please. Going to call adequate. I'm sorry, that's not correct. The correct answer is Cimbros, the Cimbri. Bonus number 2, Responde Latine. Cui duci Romano Marius Maxime opposuit.
So they think that that's effectively saying, who did Marius oppose? What Roman leader did Marius oppose? So Sulla.
I respond in Latin, so
Dative.
Remember case.
I need your answer, please.
Sulla.
Sulla is correct. That is 15 points on toss-up number 16. Give me 1 second. Okay, moving right along to toss-up number 17 for any team. What monstrous creatures, who were often depicted as New Hampshire 1, Srisa? Answer, please.
Let's say the Furies.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Repeating for the other teams. What monstrous creatures, who are often depicted as women with wings, Florida 1, Caroline.
Harpies.
The harpies are correct. With wings, talons, and beaks, snatch humans from the earth. The harpies are correct. Bonus number 1. In Book 20 of the Odyssey, what daughter of Icarius tells the story of the harpy's seizure?
Can I reconnect my mic? I can't hear anything you're saying.
Okay, cool. I will finish the question. In Book 20 of the Odyssey, what daughter of Icarius tells the story of the harpy's seizure of the daughters of Pandareus?
Can you hear Colin?
I can hear it now. Yeah, daughter of Icarius.
Book 20 Odyssey. Is that like Nausicaa? I don't know.
I don't think that's
like,
Nausicaa. Maybe go with Mara.
Mara?
Yeah, Maera. Yeah.
Final answer, Mara.
Mara is not correct. The correct answer is Penelope. Try this bonus.
Oh my God.
Who owned the horses Xanthus and Balius, the
Achilles.
offspring of the harpy Podarge?
Yeah, Achilles. Final answer, Achilles.
Achilles is correct for 15
Job.
points on toss-up number 17 for Team Florida. Moving on to toss-up. No, okay. Moving on to toss-up number 18 for any team. Which of the following words does not belong because of a point of grammar? Verte, sanguine, dicite, time. Virginia 1, Clarissa.
Dicite.
No, I'm sorry, dicite is not correct. New Hampshire 1, Srisa.
Huerte.
I'm sorry, Huerte is not correct. Florida 2, Soham.
Time.
Time is not correct. The complete list was Verte, sanguine, dicite, and time. Correct answer is sanguine. No score on toss-up 18, but moving on to toss-up 19. Responde latine. Quam feminam aeneas in matrimo. Florida 1, Caroline.
Lavinia.
Give us 1 second. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next answer. So after Caroline, we have New Hampshire 1, Srisa.
Creussam.
Kurehusam is not correct. And that's all we have right now. Okay. We've noted your answer. I'm going to ask the question again for the remaining team. And we'll see where we are. Responde latine. Quam feminam aeneas in matrimonium duxit in Italia. Repeating. Responde latine. Quam feminam aeneas in matrimonium duxit in Italia. Virginia 3, Alexis.
Lavinia.
I'm sorry, Lavinia is not correct. So because of the Responde Latine, we were looking for Lawiniam, and the answer given from Florida was Laviniam. Still accusative, but we need to
We're going
make
to look
sure.
into that.
Yes, we will. Okay. So for right now, there is no score on toss-up 19, and I have some. Sorry.
Is it possible for us to lodge a challenge on that?
I mean, we're already looking into it. So
we're looking into it.
Yes. There's something else that I need to explain to y'all. We have challenges that were lodged on toss-up number 8 as to whether the answer given in the toss-up was clearly wrong and I shouldn't have prompted on it. So what is being heard is mensana incorpore sane, and I shouldn't have asked for clarification on that. So we'll see the ruling on that. And then also on toss-up 16 on the Aken. So we'll see if Aken is still.
So Aken is not acceptable.
Yeah, I no protest on that.
Okay. And
So
go ahead,
this
Chris.
is Chris. So going back to toss-up 8, there were a couple of the staff in the room and also one of the coaches clearly thought they heard Sane given as part of the answer. And so we went back and watched the stream, and Sane was the answer that was clearly given orally. So there was no need to ask for spelling at that point. And even though it was spelled correctly in the chat, we have to accept the first part of the answer that was given. So for and I don't have the score sheet in front of me, but my recollection is that that answer was given by the first team to signal, in which case we will give a replacement toss-up and bony for the other two teams, or if only one team was remaining for that team. I don't recall the exact situation.
And I see Colin, you're raising your hand.
Yes, I believe my teammate Soham has something to say, something to ask.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, like, yeah, I'm wrong about this, but for the passage question, I think I heard from New Hampshire 1, it was like, I mostly might be wrong, but Storo Mayora, and then like the other word which started with an A. So can you like?
I can address that. So the first answer given was Soror Aurelii, and they were prompted for more information, at which case they gave the additional information that you just noted, which was incorrect. But the rule that we have is that if we subsequently determine that it should not have been prompted, then the player's not penalized for the additional incorrect information. And the moderators in our research department all determined that Soror Aurelii should have been accepted without prompt.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to understand.
Sure, no problem.
I believe that is everything I have on my end. We are still looking up the V for W on Lawinia before we can move on to the final toss-up.
We're going to get you a replacement toss-up for
yes, the other
for Virginia and New Hampshire to replace toss-up 8. That should be here soon. While we're doing that,
and in fact, and if it's if the two remaining teams don't have any objections, it'll probably be easier for me to just read that one instead of.
That's perfect.
Alex, does anyone have an objection to that for the two teams that are remaining? Okay, and sorry, say again, which two teams are still eligible for that one?
New Hampshire and Virginia are still eligible for that.
Okay. Give me just a second to get set up here.
Virginia too. Noah, you have a question?
Oh, if he's reading, I believe the toss-up was grammar. So if the replacement's going to be grammar, would you mind reading like the first sentence of the Aurelia passage just so we can understand his pronunciation before the toss-up?
I can tell you that it won't be necessary.
Yeah.
So if everybody's ready for that one, I'm going to go ahead and give the toss-up. So this is for the two teams that had not answered in the prior question. Toss-up. The King or Queen of England uses the abbreviation F.D.P. New Hampshire 1, Srisa.
That would be Fide Defensor, meaning by the grace of God.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I will repeat the question. The King or Queen of England uses the abbreviation F.D. after his or her name. Give the Latin and the English for that abbreviation. Virginia 1, Clarissa.
Fidei Defensor, Defender of the Faith.
Yes, Fidei Defensor, Defender of the Faith is correct. First bonus for Virginia. As you wander through a cemetery, you find the letters H period, I period, S period on a tombstone. Give the Latin and the English for that abbreviation.
I heard this a really long time ago, but I forget what it is.
I didn't hear the abbreviation.
We have the question in the.
I don't have the question, Chris.
Oh, sorry. I will. I'll paste the question. I'm the only one that has it. So.
I don't know.
Answer,
like
please.
Hawkins signal.
Okay, Hawk Insigno, final answer.
No, it's Hic Jacet Sepultus, here lies buried. And your second bonus, the meeting was adjourned S period, D period. Give the Latin and the English for that abbreviation.
Was it SD?
Yeah.
It's probably some day. Maybe.
Or it could be like Salutum, like something with like Salutum Dicet or something like sends regards.
Okay, you gonna go with that?
Yeah.
So Salutum Dicet meaning sending regards.
No, it's sine die, meaning without a day or without setting a day to reconvene is how it's used. Or if you're in a Southern Council meeting, it's sine die. So that is a total of 10 points for Virginia on the replacement question for
Awesome, number 8.
Right. So we still have a couple of other issues that we're working on. So we ask your patience while we get that sorted out.
We actually have a ruling on that issue. So because pronunciation is so subjective and not necessarily uniform, because in antiquity there were examples of V's being V and not W, like we generally pronounce them, Lavinium will be accepted from Florida. So we'll go ahead and read those bonuses to you for toss-up number 19. Bonus number 1 for Florida. Responde Latine. Qui erant parentes Laviniae?
Please repeat.
Qui erant parentes Laviniae? And I am posting that right now.
Okay, so we need, is it just one parent or two parents?
No,
So
it's both. It's both.
both? Okay, so
The mom was the one who supported Turnus. Her name was Amata.
Amata and Turnus, okay.
No, but Turnus was not the. So
not
yeah, her
Turnus,
name
sorry,
was Amata.
Latinus.
And
Okay,
yeah, but we have to get that in.
what
We have to get
case?
that
I
in
need your
Latin.
answer, please.
Et. Remember et.
Okay,
Final answer.
Defer to Soham, maybe.
Latinus et Amata.
Latinus et Amata is correct. Bonus number 2, responde Latine, quae femina in Africa aenean amavit, et postea wetuperawit.
Okay, so
And
it's
that's going
Dido, but I don't know what case we need to put it in.
Yeah.
Or how to decline it.
Could you please put that in the chat?
Oh, accidentally put that privately. Here it is for everyone.
Okay, so it's
Why femina? So it's gonna be what
is it nominative?
nominative and what is
Okay.
that?
It's Dido. So
Yeah, just
Dido. Final answer, Dido.
Dido is correct for 20
job.
points on toss-up number 19 for Team Florida. I believe that is all the challenges that we have, unless more were lodged to Chris.
Not exactly. Just give me a minute here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's pause.
Okay. Yeah, the one that I was chatting about, I think we're good. So I guess that's the question. If anyone else has any unresolved issues at this point, now would be the time to launch them. Okay, I think we're good at this point. So did we already do the current official score check?
Let's do an updated score check, and cameras on, please.
All right, after all of that excitement, after 19 questions, the scores are Florida has 95, New Hampshire has 90, and Virginia also has 90.
Cool. Very cool. Moving on to toss-up number 20 for any team. Which of the following words is the closest synonym to the word potestas? Virginia 1, Clarissa. I need your answer, please. Going to call adequate time. For the other two teams. Which of the following words is the closest synonym to the word potestas? Wolnus, Weiss, New Hampshire 1, Srisa.
Weiss.
Weiss is correct. The complete list: Wolnus, Weiss, Weir, and Virgo. Bonus number 1 for Team New Hampshire. Which of the following words is the closest synonym to the word Janua? Pompa, Pons, Portus, Porta.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Would that be Porta?
Yeah, I think Porta makes most sense. Sophia?
Wait, I'm wondering if it's Portus or Porta. I'm not.
I think Portus is like a port, right? Like a naval port.
Yeah.
Porta, yeah,
And then porta means like gate.
Yeah,
So yeah.
like
I need
gate,
your
yeah.
answer, please.
So Porta, final answer.
Porta is correct. Bonus number 2. Which of the following words is the closest synonym to the word scientia? Ater, Arcus, Ars, Aries.
Go ahead, Sophia.
No, so you can go. I was gonna give a guess, but go ahead.
I know ours is often used with Scientia. So do you think we should just go with ours?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that because the rest have no similarity to the word at all. So
Okay.
I need your answer, please.
Ours, final answer.
Ours is correct for 20 points on toss-up number 20 for Team New Hampshire. And that makes our final score.
Florida 95, New Hampshire 110, Virginia 90.
Sounds great. Congratulations to everyone. That is definitely one of the most exciting matches that I have ever seen. Congratulations to New Hampshire, but also to Virginia and Florida, because y'all played very, very well. And that should not be understated.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yes, thank you to all of our support staff. Can't do this without y'all. Thank you to all my moderators, both here and back in our big room, that helped us come up with all of these decisions, because I do believe they are the right thing at the end of the day. Again, thank you for the players. We couldn't have done this without you as well. Thank you for competing, giving your time, your summer, your everything to compete at such a high level. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
moderators and support staff.
Thank you,
Thank you.
moderators.
Thank you, moderators. That was so wild around.
Hi, Wujin. It was.
Hey, Alex, good to see you. Hey,
Good to
congrats
see
on the middle school position. I didn't know.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations. Where are you teaching?
I'll be at Murkison. So that's here in AISD. Yeah. I don't know if
Very
you knew
cool.
Catherine Potter, but
I don't think I did, but
yes.
hey, anytime you're near Area F, that's an awesome place to be.
I
So,
agree.
Yeah. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Thank you
Hey,
guys
Wujin, how are you?
for thank you for moderating that round and letting things run smoothly as they did. So really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for
Good. Great.
Yeah. See you all. Bye.
Soon, right? We just go into
That was
another round?
intense. Good job. Wow.
Woo.
Okay.
Great job.
Yes.
Carefully done. That was nice. That's the way it's supposed to work.
You did well, Alex.
Thank you.
It's not unusual in semis that are hotly contested for there to be a flurry of challenges along the way, and none of those I found particularly unusual, and certainly none of them I think were attributable to any mistake or error in judgment on your part.
Thank you.
That's the big thing.
Okay.
Are we ready for me to admit everyone else, or
If
I just
people-
want another
that's-
minute?
No, I'm good. It's on y'all now.
Okay, I'm letting them in.
Who's moderating?
That's me this time.
Oh, Chris. Okay.
Chris.
And Chris and I agreed that I would do mod 2 for this one, Alex, if you don't mind pasting in.
Not at all.
Line. It may be a nice change of pace.
Am I coming through clearly for you all at this point?
Oh, we have California, my group. But I have no video. Why do I have no video? I can't start video because the host has stopped it.
What?
Yeah, if the host stops the video, you can't restart your own
You
video.
can't, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, who did we say is reading this, Alex? Are you doing it again?
It is Chris.
Chris,
Chris is
okay.
doing it.
Let me change my person.
This is intermediate, correct?
Yep.
This is intermediate.
Need to change their names.
Yeah, I'll steal the moderator's thunder. Please make sure you change your names so we can identify what state you're from, which number you are, who is the captain, and please also, for my sake, at least put last names so I can tell who's who a little more easily. Thank you.
Did we get the go ahead to begin the match?
No.
We have not. Yeah, we still gotta
We don't
make
do the
sure
names.
we gotta make sure we have everyone and
It'll be a few minutes. If nothing else, I need to fill out the score sheet. So.
My previous moderators allowed me to study during the time before the match started, and we got the go ahead. May I do that again this time?
I don't see why not, as long as they're
Thank you.
completely away from you during the round.
Understood.
Kabir, rename yourself, please. Thank you.
Lauren from Virginia, could I get a last name, please? Thank you.
Yeah, and for the renaming, if you guys could do me a favor and take the space out between your state and the number, we try to keep them all the same that way, and it makes life easier on us. So it looks like we've got 4 players from every team. Are you all expecting any other alternates or coaches to show up at this point? Anyone? Okay. I'm going to go through and just check the names to make sure I can pronounce them correctly. Massachusetts names look pretty straightforward. Virginia, Gabriel or Gabrielle?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, okay. Then Ryan and Grace and Lauren. Okay, well, those all look pretty straightforward. And then California, is it Kabir? Yes, no?
Wait.
Okay.
Oh,
He's giving me a thumbs up.
okay.
Yep.
I was asking if you were asking about captainship or pronunciation because I was absorbed in my notes.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just making sure I had the pronunciation. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start going through the pregame since it looks like we have everybody. We've got the names. All right. So first order of business. This is different from the regular preliminary rounds. We do have a Google Doc that we need you all to fill out. And this would apply not only to those of you sitting here in the room, but also anyone else who played in any of the round 1 through 3 matches. So if there's an alternate here who's not playing in this match but played previously, you would fill this out too. And if you have an alternate who's not in the room, then we would ask that you forward this to them and ask them to fill it out as quickly as possible because it will help with recognitions when we get to that point in the convention. I pasted the link into the chat.
So by phonetic spelling, should we put IPA or words that sound similar?
I would not use IPA. Don't assume that that person can understand it.
Okay, thank you.
You can put both, perhaps, but don't use exclusively IPA.
I have no clue about IPA, don't worry.
So I'll give you a couple of minutes to work through that. While you're working on the forms, we'll go through a few other reminders. Well, first, let's do a quick buzzer check. So let me have all of the Massachusetts players buzz in, please. I need player 1. There we go. And let's have all the California players signal, please. Thank you. And the Virginia players. Great, that worked well. So the usual reminders still apply. You can't have any other devices, books, or notes that are accessible to you during the round. You can have a blank piece of actual or virtual note paper open to take notes on, as long as it's not something that is a shared document. I will do some introductions here. So I am Chris Sloan from Tennessee, and I'll be your main moderator today. I will turn it over to my backup, Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael Kearney from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll be the mod 2 today, which means that any challenges coming from coaches should be directed to me via direct message. Thank you.
And I am your third moderator. I will be sorry, I should introduce myself. I'm Alex Soto from Austin, Texas, and I will be handling everything around questions, so pacing questions and whatnot.
And let's go. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Patty Hay. I'm from Pennsylvania. I will be your timer today. As I said last round, we're about to get a storm here, but I think it will be more in the next round. So, but just a warning.
Dobby?
Just a minute. I'm Dobby Vasquez from California. I'm scoring.
And Sid.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sid Davis. I'm currently from Minnesota, and I'll also be keeping score.
Great. Thanks to all of our staff there. For those of you who are in the room but are not actually playing, which should only be coaches and alternates, make sure you keep your cameras and microphones off at all points during the round. Coaches, if you have a concern about something that happened in the round, as Alex just mentioned, or as Michael just mentioned, private message Michael, and he will coordinate with me and with the research team as needed to resolve any issues that come up along the way. We would prefer that you all keep your cameras on during this particular round. If you have a concern that it's causing lag issues or otherwise creating some difficulty for you, then let us know and we'll work it out. But in general, we prefer that you keep them on during the round. When we'll do the normal score checks at 5, 10, and 15, you are free at that point to use the Zoom clap reactions, but we would prefer not to have any other sounds at that point in time. You can also type encouraging words in the chat at those score breaks only. So when the questions are in progress, at any point except for the score checks, the chat should be kept clean except for communications about the questions from the players at that point in time. Let's go ahead and do the Aurelia passage. Aurelia, qui urbs placebat, erat in Aegypto cum familia sua ingenti et equo suo. Tredicem ludos magnos Iovis in amphitheatro Alexandriae spectalant. Pandem hic equus iratus domum recurre coepit. Ehi. Questions? Any problems with my feed or my pronunciation? Is it coming through clearly for you all? Okay, great. On that note, if any of you find that you're having connectivity issues during the round, at an appropriate point, just let us know if you need to log off and log back in. It's particularly useful if you know you're going to disconnect and come back in so that we can go into the waiting room and let you back in the room. What will happen not too long after we start the round is that players will start appearing for the next round, and we're not going to be monitoring the waiting room very closely. Similarly, I would say that if you happen to notice that one of your teammates has disconnected, please let us know so that we can go look for that person in the waiting room. Be mindful not to do anything that might be construed as consultation. In particular, as between players, the only communications that should be happening are either by voice or in the chat in the Zoom app. There shouldn't be any exclamations from the coaches or other audience members during the questions. You all can send private messages to Michael. And players, if you have a question during a toss-up, raise your hand or use your voice to ask the question to get our attention. Important for semifinals. This is different from the preliminaries. Once we have completed question 19, we will ask at that point if there are any protests that have not been lodged up to that point. We will then resolve all protests on questions 1 through 19 before we proceed to toss-up 20. If you have not lodged a protest on 1 through 19 at the time we start toss-up 20, then you will not be able to at that point. The score at that point will be considered final for the first 19. Of course, if there's an issue with question 20, you certainly can raise that. As you all are accustomed at this point on the bonuses, make sure and designate your final answer once you're ready to give it to me. The exception being that once I have prompted you for time, at that point, the next thing that you give is going to be considered your answer, whether you designate it your final answer or not. Lastly, just remember that we have discretion to make rulings during the rounds, and we're certainly going to do our darndest to get things right and be fair to you all. But if there is an issue with the way we've handled things during the round that we can't resolve through the ordinary protest channel, or excuse me, challenges, feel free to take it up with the Certamen chair. She's welcome. She welcomes that kind of feedback. And in general, please be polite and respectful of our judgment in these matters. So let me pause there for a minute and see if you all have any questions for me before we go ahead and get started.
So I had a question real quick. How are you going to call time? Are you going to say adequate time, or is it just time? And
I will say time, or I need your answer, or something to that effect.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so we're going to move into the semifinals. And per usual, I'm going to read one practice question for no points. This question does not necessarily reflect the difficulty of questions found in this round. So toss-up practice. What classification do the verbs audeo, we've got Massachusetts 2, Kyler.
Semi-deponent.
Semi-deponent is correct. Audeo, soleo, and gaudeo fall under because their perfect tense forms are passive while their present forms are active. This would be first bonus for Massachusetts. Give another example of a semi-deponent verb.
Is this confido or just fideo?
Yeah. Fido. Okay, fido, final answer.
Fido is correct, and your second bonus. What is the meaning of the semi-deponent verb soleo?
To be accustomed.
Yeah.
To be accustomed, final answer.
That's correct. So that's 20 fake points to Massachusetts. All right, I think we're ready to start for realsies. So Good luck to all three teams, and we're going to start with toss-up number 1. Who set up as a ferryman on the River Evenus? Virginia, Gabriel.
Nessus.
Yes, Nessus is correct. On the River Evenus, easily carrying off Deianira, who had just married Heracles because he could swiftly ford the river as a centaur. First bonus for Virginia. To save Deianira, Heracles shot Nessus with an arrow, which he had tipped with the venom of what creature?
Ryan, this is the blood of the Hydra.
All right, I defer to Gabe.
Final answer, the blood of the Hydra.
Yes, Hydra is what we were looking for, and your second bonus. Deianira was the mother of several of Heracles' children. What eldest son of the pair led the first Heraclid invasion of the Peloponnese, but was killed in single combat by Echimus?
I do not know this. Leader of the
What are some
I
names?
feel like Peloponnesus or something. I'm not quite sure. I don't think so though.
Yeah, Lauren, Grace, anything from?
I don't know.
No.
But I mean, like, it's an invasion of the Peloponnese, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't think that's
I
it.
need your answer, please.
I defer to Gabe.
Peloponnesus.
No, Hylas is who we needed there. So that's a total of 15 points on question number 1 for Virginia. Toss number 2 for any team. Listen carefully to the following Latin passage, which I will read twice, then responde latine to the questions that follow. First reading. Lente lacerta ad cavernam ursorum apropinquavit. Stomachus eus fremebat propter famen. Non timebat quod nullum signum periculi notavit. Subito ei aggressus est pater ursus, cuius dentes erant tanti quanti eius. Ecce autem inter ursum et lacertam eravit, unus ex ursulis, nulla cum cura. Lacerta putavit, se hoc pati non posse. I'll repeat. Lente lacerta ad cavernam ursorum apropinquavit. Stomachus eus fremebat propter famem. Non timebat quod nullum signum periculi notavit. Subito ei aggressus est pater ursus, cuius dentes erant tanti quanti eius. Ecce autem inter ursum et lacertam eravit, unus ex ursulis, nulla cum cura. Lacerta putavit, se hoc pati non posse. The question, cur lacerta? We've got Massachusetts for Owen.
Propter famen.
I'm sorry, propter famem is incorrect. We've got Virginia 1, Ryan.
Nullum signum periculum.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'll repeat the question. Cur lacerta non verebatur ad cavernam apropinquans? We've got California, Andrew.
Non notavit signum periculi.
I need a moment. All right, we're going to check the answer that was given for the last piece of it. The first two answers were clearly wrong. What we needed was nullum signum periculi notavit or nullum periculum. something along those lines with the Notawit or Weedit or something equivalent. The last answer we're going to check on. So what we're going to do, since that was the final team to signal, we're going to give California the bonuses provisionally. We're not going to award the points at this point, but we've asked our research team to check on it. But we're going to go ahead and award the bonuses so that if it's later judged that your answer is correct, that they'll be added back in, and we will let you know at a score check as soon as we have that ruling. Everyone clear on what we're doing here? Okay, so this is going to be the first provisional bonus on question 2 for California. Quales erant dentes ursi patris?
Team, I think that, oh, okay. It's right there. Tanti quantique. Is that good with you guys?
Yeah.
Let me,
Yes,
Mhm,
keywords.
yeah,
Quius
good.
dentes erant.
Okay, before we
about-
give my answer, can I say something about the previous question and the answer I provided there?
Let's get through the bonuses first, and then we can talk about that.
Okay, tanti quantique, final answer.
I need more information.
Oh,
Okay. Whose teeth were wait, Quanti ellos. Wait, Tanti is so great, right?
yeah.
And Quantus.
Is this like some sort of comparison that
I
I'm
think
not
you have
noticing?
to. I think you have to specify who Eos is.
Oh, tanti quantique, dentes erat quam lacerta.
Hang on.
Could you repeat that answer, please?
Tanti tanti quantique dentes erant or dentes erant quam lacertae.
It has to be comparative, I think. Whatever.
Sorry, guys, we're going to have to check that one also. Again, we were just looking for tanti quanti lacertae. So we're going to check on whether the rest of your answer fits together correctly.
Oh, Kyler has a challenge.
Yes.
It appears.
I don't have a challenge so much as just a note. I believe he said lacerta in the first sentence, and then when we repeated it, he said lacertae.
Noted. And you know, if you have issues like that, feel free to let us know. But that's what we noted as well.
Okay, I would like to note that I kind of like, it was kind of like a mix between an on and I, and I wasn't really clear with my pronunciation. So if you had asked me to spell it as is typically done, I would have spelled it.
I understand that, but we rely on our discretion as to when it's unclear what we heard, and we all heard lacerta in that case.
Okay.
So, but I understand that, but that is what we all heard. So for now, no provisional points on provisional bonus 1. Let's go on to bonus 2, and then we can get this sorted out later while we move on with the round. So this is provisional bonus 2. Dic Anglicae id quod lacerta sibi putavit.
Please paste the bonus.
It's in there.
Oh, okay. No, it's in there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Where's
like
Putawit?
the lizard cannot suffer now? Like
No, no. There's Putawit somewhere in here, or some kind of.
Yeah, it's the last sentence. Lacerta putawit se hoc pati. So it's like here, not able to suffer. Like
that he is not able to suffer. So weird. I feel like there's a trick here.
Not able to suffer here.
I need your answer, please.
Okay, so he thought that he was not able to suffer this. This being, I can elaborate on that.
Yes, I'll accept that. That's what we were looking for, that he or the lizard or she couldn't bear it. So,
Back to the original toss-up.
okay, hold on a second. We've decided to accept the answer in the toss-up. So we are awarding 15 points at this point in time. Actually, we're still working on your answer to the first bonus.
Thank you.
So at that note, at that point, for now, we're going to award 15 points to California on question 2. And once I have a ruling on the first bonus, I will report back to you on that as well. All good? Okay, we are moving on now to toss-up number 3 for any team. What emperor, the son of Eutropia, suffered a famine in Rome caused by the Virginia 3 grace? Answer, please.
Marcus Aurelius.
I'm sorry, Marcus Aurelia is incorrect. Massachusetts 2, Kyler.
Titus.
I'm sorry, say again.
Titus.
I'm sorry, Titus is incorrect. And I will repeat. What emperor, the son of Eutropia, suffered a famine in Rome caused by the revolt of Domitius Alexander in Africa, but was able to thwart attacks by Severus and Galerius with the help of his father Maximian, and was only ousted after his defeat by Constantine at the Milvian Bridge? What emperor, the son of Eutropia, suffered a famine in Rome caused by the revolt of Domitius Alexander in Africa, but was able to thwart attacks by Severus and Galerius with the help of his father Maximian, and was only ousted after his defeat by Constantine at the Milvian Bridge? California 3, Andrew.
Also Maximian.
No, you're close. His name is Maxentius. So on question number 3. Moving on to toss-up number 4 for any team. Verbs that contain the infix SC, such as Massachusetts 2, Kyler.
Incoative.
Yes, incoative is correct. Such as senesco, labesco, and cresco fall under what category of verb which convey the beginning of an action? First bonus for Massachusetts. Intensive verbs, also called frequentatives, denote a forcible or repetitious action over time. What subset of intensive verbs is exemplified by the verbs capesso and petisso?
Kylo, do you know this?
No, I do not know this.
Okay.
James.
I have no clue any of this.
Um,
I don't know.
We're gonna say superlative because it has 2 S's, obviously. Do you guys have a better answer?
No.
Okay, we're gonna say that. Superlative, final answer.
Sorry, we needed meditative there. And your second bonus. Meditative verbs of the third conjugation typically have supines of the fourth conjugation. Bearing that in mind, what are the principal parts of the verb archesso?
It's archesere. I know that.
I
think it's archesi.
Yeah, I think archesi.
Archessus.
And then does it have a fourth principal part? I thought it doesn't.
I don't know.
Meditative. So it's meditative third. Supine of the fourth would be archesitus or something.
Answer, please.
Archesso, archesera, archesi. Final answer.
You were right on the first 2. Then it goes to archesiwi and archesitus. So no points on bonus number 2. So that's a total of 10 points on question number 4. Moving on to toss-up 5 for any team. In book 5 of Ovid's Metamorphoses, who speaks the following lines to a Scythian king, Lincus? I came neither by ship through the waves, nor by foot across lands. The penetrable air parted for me. I bear the gifts of Ceres, which will give back fruitful Massachusetts Kyler.
This is oh my god.
Answer, please.
No answer.
Okay, I will repeat the question. In book 5 of Ovid's Metamorphoses, who speaks the following lines to a Scythian king, Lincus? I came neither by ship through the waves, nor by foot across lands. The penetrable air parted for me. I bear the gifts of Ceres, which will give back fruitful harvests when scattered through the wide fields. California 3, Andrew.
Triptolemus?
Yes, Triptolemus is correct. First bonus for California. The Scythian king Lincus ignored Triptolemus and attempted to kill him. Into what kind of animal was he turned for this crime?
Oh.
I'm guessing cricket. That seems to be Demeter's thing, kind of. I don't know.
No, but Cricket was also like the guy who couldn't talk with Celine, which I always forget, and Endymion. Right?
Yeah, no, that was whatever. It's okay. What about a snake? Squirrel?
Answer, please.
Snake. Final answer. You froze?
Yeah, I believe we lost Chris. So I'll give him.
No, it's a lynx.
Okay.
Sort of kind of tipped off by the name there. Can you hear me? That was weird. But everybody
You
can hear me
froze for
okay now?
about 10 seconds.
Time is up.
We got the answer.
Yeah, sorry. The answer was given was incorrect. The correct answer, what we needed was lynx.
Okay.
All right, moving on to the second bonus. After this, Ovid tells the fate of the Pierides, who were transformed into magpies for challenging what goddesses to a contest?
The Muses.
Oh, okay. Defer to Trisha.
Muses, final answer.
Muses is correct. That's a total of 15 points on number 5, and let's have a score check, please.
After 5 questions, California has 30, Massachusetts has 10 points, and Virginia has 15.
Okay, thanks everybody. And if you happen to catch me having a lag issue, please bring it to my attention. If it's persistent, then we'll switch moderators. Okay, moving on now to toss-up number 6 for any team. What emperor of the 3rd century AD observed several pretenders to the throne, known as the 30 Tyrants, pop up across the Roman Empire? What emperor of the 3rd century AD observed several pretenders to the Massachusetts 1, James?
Alexander Severus.
I'm sorry, Alexander Severus is incorrect. Virginia 3, Grace.
Theodosius the Great.
Sorry, Theodosius is incorrect. And California 3, Andrew.
Okay. Time to shoot for Caracalla.
Nope, we needed Gallienus on that one. And Alexa in my room apparently thought I was talking to her at one point in that question. So sorry for that. So no points on question 6. Moving on now to toss-up number 7 for any team. Translate only the subordinate clause in this sentence. Ut monstrum terrerent feminae magna. We've got Massachusetts Kyler.
To scare the monster.
Yes, that's fine. There were several variations of that we could have accepted. The full sentence was ut monstrum terrerent feminae magnae clamaverunt. First bonus for Massachusetts. Now fully translate this sentence. Est puella tam fortis ut uno ictu monstra vincantur.
She is a girl so strong or so brave that she defeated. What is Iktu?
Maybe
Blow,
like a blow.
That she
Yeah.
defeated that the monsters were defeated with one blow. No, the Winkura. So that the monsters would. No, it's subjunctive. That the monsters are defeated with one blow.
Yeah.
Okay. She is a girl so strong that the monsters are defeated with one blow. Final answer.
All correct. Your second bonus. Now fully translate this sentence. Plus cranium in sumo pueri capite crescat.
So like more hair will grow.
More hair.
Grows
More hair
on the
grows.
head of the boy.
Will
on the
grow.
top of the head of the boy. Well, that's more hair grow, right?
More hair will grow. I don't know what cranium means, but okay.
I think it's
Sure, go with
Kreska.
that makes sense.
I think Kreska is
Creskara.
Yes, sir.
So
Grow.
future.
Yes, sir.
Future. Oh, Joseph.
it's-
Okay. But it could be Joseph. You're right. Okay. Let more hair grow on the top of the head. On the top of the head of the boy. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let more hair grow on the top of the head of the boy. Final answer.
Yes, that's correct. All right, let's move on now to toss-up number 8 for any team. For the sentence, the opinions of those who were feeling that injustice had been committed were ignored, give one Latin word, a form of the verb sentio that would be on its own. We've got California 3, Andrew.
Sentient.
Sorry, sentient is incorrect. Massachusetts 1, James. Yes, sentientium is correct. First bonus for Massachusetts. For that same sentence, the opinions of those who were feeling that injustice had been committed were ignored. Give the Latin form of the verb ago, which means commit in this context.
All right. So feeling. So it's perfect passive infinitive, right?
So actam essay.
Injustice. Yeah. Octam essay, right? Octam essay. Yes.
Yeah. Sentio takes indirect statement.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay. Octam essay. Final answer.
Yes, that's correct. Your second bonus. For the sentence, the citizenry persuaded the man who went outside to stay inside. Give the correct Latin form of the verb eo ire to translate the man who went in a single word.
So
so itus, right? But citizen persuadeo takes dative, so ito. Right? Who is that right?
Yeah. So ito can be translated actively.
Oh shoot. It has to be. I mean, I guess there's no other. I can't think of any other way to say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ito. Final answer.
No, we needed aeonti. That's what we needed. So total of 15 points on question number 8. All right, moving on to toss-up number 9 for any team. What island was home to 2 sons of Magnes? One, a fisherman named Dictys, Virginia Gabriel.
Seriphos.
Seriphos is correct. The rest of the question was who attempted to protect a woman marooned in a chest from the other Polydectes. First bonus. Name that woman who washed up on Seriphos in a chest with her son.
Ryan, deny.
I defer to Gabe.
Deny, final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus. In Hyginus's version, Perseus accidentally killed Acrisius at the funeral games of Polydectes on Seriphos. In the more common version, however, Perseus accidentally killed Acrisius during funeral games at what town?
I think it's either Tyrans or Mycon. I think Tyrans. I'm not sure though.
Go with your gut.
All right. Yeah, go with your gut. I trust that. I defer to Gabe.
Tyrans, final answer?
I know we needed Larissa on that one. So that's a total of 15 points on question 9. Moving on now to toss-up number 10 for any team, after which we will check the score. If you've ever saved a funny meme from the internet, it may have been a JPEG file, which stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. Of the words Joint Photographic, Massachusetts to Kyler.
3.
Sorry, that's incorrect. I'll repeat the question. If you've ever saved a funny meme from the internet, it may have been a JPEG file, which stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. Of the words Joint Photographic Experts and Group, which two are derived from Latin? California, Andrew.
Joint and experts.
Joint and experts are correct. First bonus for California. If the image wasn't a JPEG, it may have been a PNG file, which stands for Portable Network Graphics. Of 3 words, which word or words ultimately derive from Latin?
I think portable is the
We
only
know
one.
portable is.
I don't think network or graphics is. Graphics is Greek. Network, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's graphos or something, and then net. I feel like they use word or words to make it so there are more than one, but at the same time, this could be a trick question.
Go with portable, just portable.
I need your answer.
Portable, final answer.
Portable is correct. And your second bonus. Another type of digital image file, though less common than JPEG or PNG, is a TIFF file, which stands for Tagged Image File Format. Of those 4 words, which word or words are derived from Latin?
Format, definitely.
Image?
I think also image.
Yeah, image and format.
Is
What do you
file
think?
like they could be pulling like wow, file is from Filius or something. I don't think it tagged.
Maybe.
Can we just say image and format?
Okay,
Maybe
I trust you, Trisha. So
Sure,
defer to
we'll go
Trisha.
with that.
Image and format.
Sorry, also file. Image and format, but also file.
God damn it.
Sorry,
So
guys.
that's 15 points for California on number 10. And let's do the score check. And please turn your cameras on for the score check.
After 10 questions, our scores are California has 45, Massachusetts has 45, and Virginia has 30.
All right, close game. Let's move on now to toss-up number 11 for any team. Translate this sentence into Latin. I knew Horatius was working yesterday. Virginia 1, Ryan.
I'm going to piece this in together, or in the chat.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I will repeat the question. Or sorry, hold on. We have Massachusetts to Kyler.
Scivi Horatium laborare heri.
That's correct, yes. First bonus. Translate this sentence into Latin. I think Horatius slept for 3 days.
Puto Horatium Dormiwisse Tres Dies.
Tres Dies. I think that hurt. Yeah, I believe so. Puto Horatium Dormiwisse Tres Dies. That sounds good to everyone?
Yeah, it sounds fun.
What's in the chat is my final answer.
And that is correct. For the viewers, it's Puto Horatium Dormivisse Tres Dies was in the chat, and that is the correct answer. Your second bonus. Using intelligo, say in Latin, Horatius understands that he will live in Rome soon.
So Horatius
intelligent.
say habitaturum esse in Roma.
Romae mox.
Yep.
Understands that he. Well, is that good to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's in the chat is my final answer.
Yes, that's correct. What's in the chat is Horatius intelliget se habitaturum esse Romae mox, and that is a correct answer. And so you get a total of 20 points on question number 11. Toss-up number 12 for any team. Who arbitrated between Helios and Poseidon for the Massachusetts one, James?
Briareus.
Yes, Briareus is correct. For the patronage of Corinth, a job which distracted him from guarding Tartarus together with Gyges and Cotys, his 100-handed brothers. Your first bonus.
We have a challenge before that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Aren't adverbs supposed to be placed next to verbs in an answer?
That's not required.
Oh, okay. I was fairly sure that was.
I can cite you some examples, but the flexible word order does not require that.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're now going to proceed with the first bonus for Massachusetts. Following Zeus's victory, the Hecatoncheires were tasked with guarding the Titans who had opposed him. What two Titans with prophetic ability were not put in Tartarus?
Is this Prometheus and Epimetheus?
Yeah.
It's both of them, the brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Prometheus and Epimetheus, final answer.
No, Prometheus is correct. The other one was Themis. So second bonus. When the other gods revolted against Zeus, who summoned Briareus to defend him?
Thetis? Yeah.
Thetis, like the mother of Achilles, Thetis?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why she can break him.
Okay. Thetis, final answer.
Thetis is correct. That's 15 points on number 12. Okay, moving on to toss-up number 13. Who married the consul designate in 48 AD, Gaius Silius, which led the freedmen? We've got Grace from Virginia.
Messalina.
Yes, Messalina is correct, which led the freedman Narcissus to report their conspiracy to Claudius, her actual husband and the father of their son Britannicus. First bonus for Virginia. Valeria Messalina was Claudius's third wife. Name either of the first two.
The one I can think of right now is Paetina. Paetina.
I'm just gonna. It's fine. I'm just gonna defer to you. I defer to Grace.
Final answer, Paetina.
You're muted, sir.
What was your answer? Sorry.
Paetina.
Paetina is correct. And your second bonus. What freedman gained ascendancy after championing Agrippina's candidacy for fourth wife of Claudius?
This should be Pallas.
Okay, I defer to Grace.
Final answer, Pallas.
Pallas is correct. That's a total of 20 points on question 13. All right, moving on to toss-up 14 for any team. Answer this question with one Latin term. Qui vir on quae femina animalia in silva petit ut haec necet et familiae cibum det. I'll repeat the question. Answer this question with one Latin term. Qui vir on quae femina animalia in silva petit ut haec necet et familiae cibum det. Virginia 4, Lauren.
I'm gonna go with
Need
Can
your
I
answer.
Copiator?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And we've got James from Massachusetts.
Winator?
Waynator is correct. There were any number of variations on the theme there that would have been acceptable. Your first bonus. Answer this question with one Latin term. Qui vir an quae femina nawem in mari perite navigat.
Perite. Is it just nauta? I don't know what perite means, but I don't think it matters much. Nauta.
Unskilledly?
Okay. Yeah, right. Whatever.
Wait. If it's
No, it's skillfully. It is skillfully.
okay,
skillfully, not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nauta. Final answer.
No, we needed gubernator or gubernatrix on that. And your second bonus. Answer this question with one Latin term. Qui vir an quae femina voce suavi et musica alios delectat.
Is this just clama? No, not clamator.
Conator or like.
Is it contour or contrix? Contour.
I don't remember.
I'd
go with contour.
I think it's just contour.
Okay. Yeah.
Contour. Final answer.
Contour is correct. We would have also taken contator or contrix or contatrix. So that is a total of 15 points on question number 14. And just a heads up, we're going to check on Nauta for bonus 1. So we will let you know later on that one.
Thank you.
Give me a second. I need to respond to something. All right, so we are now moving on to toss-up 15, after which we will do a score check. And this is a visual question, so you will have 10 seconds to study the visual before the question begins. So I'm assuming that one of my fellow mods is going to share their screen.
Yes, I am. Give me 1 second. Can everyone see that?
The letters are messed up.
Are they?
Yeah.
Here, let me make it full screen. Oh, they are.
Hang on.
Yes, give us 1 second.
You can post it. We're good on those.
I can share if necessary, Alex.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm having trouble finding it.
There we go. Okay. Take 10 seconds. Toss up. I received a number of postcards from my dear friend who took social distancing to the extreme and moved to his own tropical island. Each of the items, we've got California Andrew.
C.
Repeat, please.
C.
Sorry, C is incorrect. And we've got no other team. So each of the items contains one postcard. Identify by letter the postcard that had the following message attached. Salve, amice, volo ut tu me visites et insulam meam conspicias. Massachusetts 2, Kyler.
F.
Sorry, that's also correct. And we have Virginia 1, Ryan.
E.
No, we needed D on that one. The rest of the question was, hic habemus unum solum sed duo etiam loca aquis cadentibus. So we needed D there. So at this point, let's go ahead and do the score check.
After 15, our scores are California has 45, Massachusetts has 95, and Virginia has 50.
Okay. Okay, just as a heads up, in case it matters, there was a question earlier in the round. It was the second bonus of question number 8. And that question has been thrown out. Michael can explain in a minute, but if it makes a difference at the end of the round, and we'll resolve this before we play toss-up 20, then we will give a replacement bonus to the team that answered toss-up 8. Michael, you want to elaborate?
Yes. So I will paste the bonus as it originally stood in the chat just for your reference. It was this bonus. Pardon me for the formatting. It was determined that the sentence was effectively meaningless because how can you go outside when you're staying inside? As a result, it's been thrown out. If there's a if there is a 25-point gap or less between Massachusetts, who the question went to, and a team below them going into toss-up 20, we will replace it. I'll keep you updated. So a 5-point swing effectively.
Okay, we are now going to move on to toss-up number 16. Zeus turned what 2 creatures to stone in order to Massachusetts won James?
Lilaps and the Temusian Vixen.
Yes, Lilaps and the Tumesian Vixen are correct. And the rest of the question was in order to resolve a paradox between an inescapable pursuer and uncatchable prey. First bonus. Over the course of his life, Lilops was owned by a series of notables, but to what woman did Zeus originally bequeath Lilops upon her arrival to Crete?
Procris, and I can't believe that they asked this, Kyra.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Procris, final answer.
No, in fact, it's Europa. And your second bonus, after Europa, both Minos and Procris owned Lilops. To whom did Procris's husband, Cephalus, loan Lilops when he wanted to kill the Tumesian Vixen?
Amphitryon.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Amphitryon, final answer.
Yes, Amphitryon is correct, and that is 15 points on number 16. We are now moving on to toss-up 17 for any team. Responde Latine. Quid dixit femina ad dextrarum junctionem conferiat Massachusetts for Owen?
Pronuba.
I'm sorry, Pronuba is incorrect. I will repeat the question. Responde Latine. Quid dixit femina ad dextrarum junctionem conferiationis? Virginia 1, Ryan. Need your answer?
Ubite Gaius ego Gaia.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. So I've read the question twice. Time. You were close. It was ubi tu Gaius ego.
I buzzed when you said time.
I had already called time at the time that you buzzed. I'm sorry. So no points on question number 17, and we're going to move on to toss-up 18. On occasion, the courts of the justice system can act on behalf of a minor in the same way as a guard. California 3, Andrew.
In loco parentis?
Yes, in loco parentis is correct. Your first, the rest of the question was, what Latin phrase describes this power of the court? First bonus, California. The preposition de can be used to mean concerning. What two-word Latin phrase using a fifth declension noun can also be used to mean concerning or in the matter of?
Paste, please.
De race? No, something like in the matter. I think it's something to do with race.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
About things, which would be the same thing as concerning things.
Apud race? Should we, or
I
propter?
need your answer, please.
Apud race?
No, I'm sorry. We needed in re. In re.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
A phrase all too familiar to the two lawyers that are in this room right now. Your second bonus. What three-word Latin phrase using the same fifth declension noun is used to describe a narrative that begins in the middle of the action?
In media
In
race.
media race. Oh, jinx. In media race, or is that it's
No.
a thing? So shouldn't it be in medis race?
No, it's in media race. I know
Yeah.
there's writing tips.
It's in medias race, right?
I agree with Kabir. I think it's in medias race.
It's an S.
Tough decision.
I'm pretty
I need
sure
your
it's
answer.
media race because that's what I've heard.
Defer to
Did you just
Kabir.
in medias race? Final answer.
Spell your second word, please.
Okay.
That's correct. In medias.
Nice.
You get 15 points on question number 18. So we're going to move on to number 19, after which we will resolve any unresolved challenges, and then we will have the score. This is toss-up 19 for any team. What governor of Gaul was defeated at the Milvian Bridge by we've got Virginia 3 Grace.
Lepidus.
Lepidus is correct. At the Milvian Bridge by Lutatius Catullus in 77 BC, putting an end to his bid to overturn all of the recently retired Sulla's reforms. First bonus for Virginia. What legate of Lepidus stirred up another revolt in northern Italy and was driven into Mutina and surrendered?
Driven into Mutina and surrendered. I'm gonna guess Decimus Brutus. I don't know anyone else right now. So.
Defer to Grace.
Final answer, Decimus Brutus.
You were close. It's actually Marcus Junius Brutus. So second bonus. Who was granted a praetorian imperium to fight Brutus and dishonored his promise to spare Brutus's life after he surrendered?
All right, I'm gonna guess.
Who defeated Brutus?
This is Eunice Brutus, right? So I guess Octavian then.
Go for it.
Okay, defer to Grace.
Final answer, Octavian.
No, the answer there we needed is Pompey the Great. So a total of 10 points on toss-up number 19. So at this point, before we, I do have a, before we move on to toss-up 20 and give you resolution on one other item, are there any other issues that have been raised that we have not resolved at this point?
I have a question.
Yes,
What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead, Trisha.
Yeah, okay, so on toss-up 2, we got 15 points, but on the first bonus, you said you'd look at our answer and see if we could get 20.
Very good. And we need to check and make sure. I don't know how that was resolved yet. So noted. We'll check on that one. Are there any others? Okay. Michael, go ahead.
We have the score check first, and then I'll explain.
Oh, excuse me. One of my teammates asked in the chat.
Yep, I understand.
Let's get the current score and then let Michael explain.
Thank you.
All right, the current score right now is California 60, Massachusetts 110, Virginia 65.
Okay. We don't need to resolve those three protests since Massachusetts has mathematically won the game, no matter how you put it. If they could get 5 points or 5 points more on the Nauta, it wouldn't affect the result. And the same thing with a potential California challenge. Yeah.
Actually, I think it would impact potential scores because I'm fairly sure that after semis, your scores are added to your cumulative 1 through 3 to determine placing for non-finalists. Is that right? Or am I?
No, that's actually not how it works. So,
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
not in the finals. Your final standings are simply based on your where you were in the rankings going into the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
So the only score that matters, in this round is first, second, and third. The actual number of points doesn't affect anything. So everybody good then at this point? Everybody understand we don't need to move forward with any of those. Okay, then on that basis, let's go ahead and finish out the round with question number 20. This is toss-up 20 for any team. Courage, cordial, and discord all come Massachusetts to Kyler.
Core meaning heart.
Core meaning heart is correct. Courage, cordial, and discord all come from what Latin word with what meaning? First bonus. Maneuver, operand, and cooperate all come from what Latin noun with what meaning?
Opus meaning work, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Opus meaning work, final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus, price, praise, and appreciate all come from what Latin word with what meaning?
Pretium meaning, no, it's
Yep.
it's pretium.
Yeah, pretium price.
Pretium meaning price, final answer.
That is correct for a full 20 points on question 20. And let's have the final score, please.
With that, our final scores are California 60, Massachusetts has 130, and Virginia has 65.
Good game, everybody. Congratulations to Massachusetts.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, I have to run out to the backyard really fast because all my flowers are blowing over. So I'll be back in like a couple minutes. The storm is here.
Take your time. We're in good shape.
Sidler, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so I came out with a different score. I have no idea where I screwed up. On Virginia, everybody was fine except Virginia. So can we run down Virginia scores just to see where I messed
Give me a
up?
second, because I closed it, and so I'll have to reopen it.
Okay.
Give me a second.
I'll read you what I have, okay? When
One
you
second.
open it.
Yeah.
Tell me when you're ready. Well, I know I'm all right for the first. It's got to be toward the end. The first two have to be right because I agreed with you as you were counting. I think it's just in this last section that I messed up somehow. But let's do the third and the fourth section just because somehow along the line I screwed up.
I have the questions too, if I can help.
Okay, so the first one, 11, Virginia got 20. And 13, Virginia got 20. And 14, no, they didn't. And, oh no, 11 Virginia didn't. That was Massachusetts, sorry. 15, nobody got it. So 19, I think that must, oh no, maybe it's this one. Here it is. No, it isn't. 19, I have Virginia getting 10.
I also have that, I believe.
Okay, so why do I come up with 60?
On 19, I have them as 15.
Okay, and I have them as I didn't have them not getting either bonus.
They missed Brutus because they gave the wrong Brutus.
Yeah.
Right.
And what was the other question?
Oh, and they missed bonus 2 because they said
yes. So it's off by it's 60.
So I must have put down the wrong thing. Okay.
That's
well,
okay.
it was easy to do. That's why you have a secondary, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
it didn't affect the
60,
result.
130, 60 in the end.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I don't think it'll make any difference if it's down at that level, but.
No, it will not.
Okay. Okay, I'll send mine. Mine's gone now too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are we ready to let the others in?
Guess so. Who's reading?
I am. I will
Wait,
change.
Okay.
Michael Kearney.
Okay, thank you. Whew, I'm like out of breath. I was out there running all around, grabbing all my stuff, blown away.
Yes, camera is mandatory for this round.
Now we have Massachusetts and Georgia. Who's the third one?
The District of Columbia, DC.
Okay. Thanks.
It got really bright.
No, I wasn't. But could I have you please set your names such that they are two-letter abbreviation, no space number, such as Arvind has done and Kaya has done. And then could you also put your full names, so your first and last name, please? It'll help our scorekeepers. Are you able to hear me clearly enough?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Before the round starts, I need you to fill out this Google form. We'll do a buzz test soon enough. And I need you to also, if they're not here, send it to anyone who has played a round for your team. So if they played a round in 1, 2, or 3, and they are not playing, today, they are still eligible and should fill out this form.
Are we missing a Massachusetts player? Just wanting to make sure we have everyone. Oh, he's up there. I see him now.
Okay.
My apologies.
Let's
Do we
go
have
through.
a DC3?
I assume we're supposed to have one, but is he or she here? I don't see
There
anyone.
now. It wasn't.
Okay, excellent. So have all of you filled out the form? I'm assuming that you have. We're going to proceed on with the rest of our pregame checks. Could I have everyone from Georgia buzz in, please? Georgia 2? Excellent. Could everyone from DC buzz in, please? Could everyone from Massachusetts, please? Can I have everyone from Massachusetts again, please? It's being a bit laggy on my end. So, Chris, I'm going to exit out of Zoom and re-enter very quickly to see if that fixes the issue.
Got it.
Okay, could I have everyone from DC buzz in again, please? Okay, everyone from Massachusetts? Okay, much more clean. And then everyone from Georgia for good measure. Excellent. I'd prefer not to see myself on Spotlight if that's okay. Unless it's preferable for viewer experience. One second. Okay. So we have gone through the buzz check several times, but we had to make sure to get it right because this is an important round. Please remember that you may not have any other electronic devices, books, or notes near you. You may have open one blank unshared doc and/or a blank piece of paper to write on during rounds. I'm going to introduce myself, followed by the supporting staff. I'm Michael Kearney. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'll be the primary moderator that is reading questions today for your round. Let's go to Chris, Alex, then Patty, and our scorekeepers.
I'm Chris Sloan from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'll be the backup moderator, and I will be handling any protests or challenges, so you can communicate those to me.
Please direct them to Chris if you're a coach, not to me.
Salvete omnes. I'm Alex Soto. I'm coming to you from Austin, Texas, and I will be handling everything regarding the questions. So pasting questions, passages, and so on in the chat.
I'm Patty Hay. I am coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I will be your timer today.
I'm Davi Vasquez. I'm the secondary scorer from California.
Hi, I'm Sid Davis. I'm the primary scorekeeper. I'm currently from Minnesota.
Excellent. So could I remind the audience to turn off all cameras and microphones that are capable of making noise? Messages to Chris if you have challenges. I've seen you all via camera. We need those on for the duration of the round so that we can confirm it's you. Please wait until recognized in order to answer a toss-up, even if you appear first on your screens. As you know, on the score checks 5, 10, and 15, and 19, please only give encouragement through the Zoom reactions. We want to keep the chat clear. And let's do the Aurelia passage now. Aurelia, qui urbs placebat, erat in Aegypto cum familia sua ingenti et equo suo. Tredecem ludos magnos iois in amphitheatro Alexandriae spectabant. Tandem hic equus iratus domum recur recoipit. Ehu. Am I coming through all right?
Yes.
Any questions about pronunciation or the like? Okay, please do not do anything that may be construed as consultation, including gestures, verbal electronic communication, etc. This is a reminder that coaches, players, and audience members that moderators have discretion to make rulings during the rounds. If there's an issue, please direct it to the common chair. Please be polite and respectful of our judgment. In particularly thorny issues, we'll be able to send it through to our research team who are standing by to answer those. This is a semifinal match, so all protests for questions 1 through 19 must be lodged before question 20. No protest may be filed for semifinal matches after the match has been completed. Can I figure out who all the captains are? I see Arvind, I see Alizar, and I see Dante. Okay, excellent. But remember that whoever says final answer during bonus time is giving the final answer. And once time is called, the last thing said by that team, or the next thing said by that team, pardon me, will be considered the final answer. Okay, if you have no other questions, we're going to get started. Okay, seeing none, let's proceed to the practice question.
Just a minute, I'm having trouble with my score sheet.
Okay.
I emailed Shannon.
We can certainly hang on.
Thank you. The last column says #ref all the way through.
So that's a reference error, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what caused that.
Okay.
And then it has a different order. Then I have DC, Georgia, and Massachusetts, and they have DC, Massachusetts, and ref. So I don't know what the problem is.
Okay, why don't you chat with Shannon about that?
Okay.
If necessary, I'm sure we can get a backup scorekeeper as well.
Okay.
You should already have one in the room.
A backup to the backup, so to speak.
I could probably just choose another sheet and start again, but.
Yeah, that would certainly work. I mean.
Yeah.
The question is, Sid, are you squared away?
I think Sid and Dobby are sharing the same score sheet by accident. Dobby, if you could get out of that score sheet and create a new one, that would be perfect.
How did that happen? Okay.
Magic.
Yeah. All right. So create a new one. I will do that. I'm so sorry, you guys. I set them up ahead of time. I thought I was really smart. So much for me, right? All right. So let me go back. I have to
If
go
this
back.
is the largest issue we have in this round, it'll be
good. Yeah. If this is the worst, we're okay. Sorry about that. All right. So let me go into my Google Drive. And just a minute.
We'll wait about 1 minute to get started. If Dobby can't work it out, we do have the practice question for time anyway. And we have 2 scorekeepers, so it should be okay. Okay, we're going to get started with the practice question in the meantime. Everyone ready? Can we have the line again, please, Alex? Excellent. I will now read one practice question for no points. This question does not necessarily reflect the difficulty of questions found in this round. Toss up. At what battle in 262? Alizar?
Agrigentum.
Agrigentum is correct. 262 BC did the Romans defeat Hanno the Great and Hannibal Gisco after having their supply lines cut off and deciding to offer open battle. Here's your first bonus, DC. At what battle in 225 BC did Gaius Attilius Regulus and Aemilius Pappus defeat the Gauls under Concolatanus and Anno Orestes?
Kate Telamon. Yeah, Kate Telamon, final answer.
That's correct. At what battle in 310 BC did the dictator Papirius Cursor and the consul Fabius Rullianus defeat the Etruscan League?
I think this one's Lake Wadimo. Yeah, okay. Lake Wadimo, final answer.
Lake Wadimo or Lake Vadimo is correct. So that's 20 fake points for DC on toss-up 0. We're going to move on to toss-up 1. Toss-up 1. De scribamus nunc proprietates dictionem in hac sententia. Tanti est vos amicis amare e narrare. Quo casu? Jonas?
Gainetivo.
That's incorrect. Dante?
Dativo.
That's incorrect. Arvind?
Abutivo.
That's incorrect. We were looking for quo casu est vos accusativo. So that's no points for any player on toss-up 1. We'll move on to toss-up 2. Toss-up 2. The Principia Historiae on Lucius Verus's campaign against the Parthians and letters to Marcus Aurelius. Lena?
Fronto.
Fronto is correct. Were written by what author and rhetorician from Cirta, who was selected as the tutor of Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus? Here's your first bonus, DC. What is the title of Marcus Aurelius's work, which is a series of moral reflections in Greek that reflect his Stoic attitude?
That's the meditation.
I think it's De Verborum Significatu.
Okay, I'll defer you.
Final answer, De Verborum Significatu.
We're looking for meditations. Here's your second bonus.
Oh, it's Marcus Aurelius. I'm
What
sorry.
author's
I thought it was Franco. Sorry.
What author's Octavius may be an indirect response to a lost public speech of Fronto, which contains a discourse against Christians?
It's Minucius Felix. Final answer.
That's correct. So that's 15 points for DC on toss-up 2. We'll move on to toss-up 3. Toss-up 3. Responde Latine. Ex quo fructu venit a merca. Dante?
Ex oliva.
I'm going to hear Jonas, please.
Ex uis.
I'm going to repeat in the meantime for the remaining team. Responde Latine. Ex quo fructu venit a merca. Okay. Arvind? You're muted at the moment.
Ex malo persico.
Okay, I apologize for going through with that. We're going to accept X Oliwa. I just had to make sure and wanted to get the remaining answers while we could get them. So X Oliwa or X Oliwis is correct. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. Risponde aut Anglice aut Latine. Quale vinem in Italia antiqua optimum et pretiosissimum habebatur?
So what wine was considered to be the best and most valuable?
Falernian.
Yeah. Okay. Falernian wine, final answer.
Yes, that's correct. Or Cuban wine, also given in Latin. Responde Latine. Quid nominator tempus dormiendi postprandium?
What is the name for the sleep time, the nap after lunch? Is this the like meridatio or whatever it is?
Yep.
Did I say it correctly? Meridatio.
Meridatio.
Okay. Meridatio, final answer.
That's incorrect. We need meridiatio. So that's 15 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 3. Moving on to toss-up 4. Toss-up 4. Which two of the following words are derived from the same Latin root? Salami, assail, saliva, Arvind? You're muted again. Saliva and salami is incorrect. Jonas?
Salami and sausage.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining team, Massachusetts. Which two of the following words are derived from the same Latin root? Salami, assail, saliva, exult. Dante?
Assail and exult.
That's correct. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. Which two of the following words are derived from the same Latin root? Denizen, insular, entree, vi.
Okay. So insular is from insula, which I don't think is from intus. Denizen is from intus. Entree might be. And vi is from vito, which is not relevant. So I think it's denizen and entree.
Go for it.
Okay. Denizen and entree, final answer.
That's correct. Here's your second bonus. Which two of the following words are derived from the same Latin root? Aid, alimony, conjure, jocund.
Oh, so aid and jocund are both from uo. So I believe that is the answer.
All right.
Okay. Aid and jocund, final answer.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 4. We'll move on to toss-up 5. Toss-up 5. After fleeing to the protection of the Titan Atlas, what? Danny?
Amphitrite.
That's correct. Amphitrite or amphitrite. Amphitrite is correct. What daughter of Nereus and Doris was convinced by the messenger Delphin to marry the god of the sea, Poseidon? Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. What youth received a crown from Amphitrite when he needed to prove his kingship to Poseidon?
Yeah, Theseus, final answer.
That's correct. Amphitrite and Poseidon had 3 children, Triton, Rhode, and Benthesichime. Poseidon gave Benthesichime what youth to raise after his mother, Chione, threw him into the sea?
Yep, Eumolpus, final answer.
Eumolpus is correct. So that's the full 20 for Massachusetts on 5, and I apologize for the mispronunciations. Could we have our score check, please?
After 5 questions, our scores are Georgia has yet to score, Massachusetts has 50, and DC has 15.
Okay, we'll move on to toss-up 6. Toss-up 6. Granted the title of Dux Orientis. Dante?
Odenathus.
Odenathus is correct. Which nobleman of Palmyra defeated the prefect Ballista and recovered several eastern provinces for Gallienus? Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. What son of Odenathus succeeded him with his wife Zenobia as regent?
Yeah, Vabalathus, final answer.
Vabalathus is correct. What rebellious father and son of the same name did the forces of Gallienus defeat in Europe after they had taken control in Syria?
The men Macrianus and Macrianus, final answer.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 6. We'll move on to toss-up 7. Toss-up 7. Which of the following words does not belong with the others because of some point of grammar? Octutum, emptum, satum. Dante?
Octutum.
Octutum is correct, and the final word was resum. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. Which of the following words does not belong with the others because of some point of grammar? Crepo, suesco, crebro, gero.
This is crebro because it is the only adverb.
Good catch.
Yeah, crebro, final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus? Which of the following words does not belong with the others because of some point of grammar? Copy, temperi, posci, chieri.
This is temperi because that is a locative and the others are infinitives.
Go for it.
Okay, temperi, final answer.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 7. We'll move on to toss-up 8. Toss-up 8. What island stands low-lying, farthest out to sea and facing towards the dusk, near the islands of Dulichium, Same, and wooded Zakynthus, according to the account given to Alcinous by its native son, Odysseus? Dante?
Ithaca.
Ithaca is correct. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. Few places on Ithaca are explicitly described in the Odyssey. Book 13, however, describes Odysseus landing at a harbor sacred to what sea deity?
Phorcys. Yeah, Phorcys, final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus. Book 24 describes an orchard tilled by what man, who stops the war with the suitor's parents when he kills Eupeithes?
This would be the man Laertes. Laertes, final answer.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 8. We'll move on to toss-up 9. Toss-up 9. What massive work contained the titles Sexagi? Lena?
The Historia Augusta.
That's incorrect. Dante?
Varro Valentinus's Menippean Satires.
Yes, the Menippean Satires, or Varro's Menippean Satires, is correct. The title is Sexagesis, Markopor, and Eumenides, and it's 150 books in which prose is interspersed with verse. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. What work on the apotheosis of the Emperor Claudius is the only near-complete classical Menippean satire that survives?
The Apocolosyntosis. Final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus? What late author wrote a Menippean satire which contained dialogue between the imprisoned author and the personified version of philosophy?
The man Boethius, aka Boeotius. Okay, Boethius, final answer.
That's correct. Okay. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 9. Let me check one thing quickly, and then we'll move on to toss-up 10. Okay. Moving on to toss-up 10. Translate into Latin. This battle is the kind that kills even the most Jonas?
Hoc proelium est quod
I need you to complete your answer, please.
clarissimum genus ducis interficiat.
That's incorrect. Sarah?
Hoc proelium est quod etiam potentissimos milites occidat.
That's incorrect. Dante?
Hoc proelium est quod etiam interficiat maxime pios.
That's incorrect. So the full English sentence was, this battle is the kind that kills even the most pious hero. Something along the lines of hoc proelium est quod etiam piissimum or piantissimum heroa necat, something along those lines. 1 second while we check out an issue of score. Okay, we're going to get a score check in 1 minute. Hang in until then. Okay, we've fixed the score. There's a slight issue. Nothing to worry about on your end. We're going to get in a minute.
All right, after 10, our scores are Georgia has yet to score, Massachusetts has 135, DC has 15.
Okay, we're going to move on to toss-up 11. Could I have a new line just because I have some private messages, Alex? Thank you. Toss-up 11. Consider this list of verbs. Adapiskor, ulkiskor, pakiskor, expergiskor, and operior. Which verb defines the action in this sentence? Mane marcum Dante?
Expergiskor.
Expergiskor is correct. The full sentence was Mane marcum dormientem incito. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. Considering the same verbs, adapiskor, ulkiskor, pakiskor, expergiskor, and operior, which verb defines the action? Tibi quinque sestertios dabo, non decem.
I believe this is pakiskor, which means to bargain.
All right.
Okay, pakiskor, final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus, considering the same verbs, adapiskor, ulkiskor, pakiskor, expergiskor, and operior, which verb defines the action? Sedebo hic dumater mea adveniat.
This is operior.
All right.
Okay, operior, final answer.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 11. Moving on to toss-up 12. Toss-up 12. While fighting at Troy, who bore a shield that the Hylian worker Tychios had... Kea?
Achilles.
That's incorrect. Dante?
Ajax the Greater.
Ajax the Greater is correct. While fighting at Troy, who bore a shield that the Hylian worker Tychios had crafted from 7 hides, using it to block arrows from hitting his half-brother Teucer? Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. In Book 7 of the Iliad, Ajax is drawn by Lot to duel against Hector. What son of Euaemon, who in other poems discovered a chest containing an image of Dionysus after the fall of Troy, also had cast as Lot to duel Hector?
Yeah, Eurypylus, final answer.
That's correct. Here's your second bonus. In Book 9 of the Iliad, Ajax is sent as an ambassador to Achilles alongside what 2 men, delivering only a brief speech?
Is it Odysseus and Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay, Odysseus and Phoenix, final answer.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 12. We'll move on to toss-up 13. Toss-up 13. A visual will now be shared. Once it is shared by Alex Soto, you will have 10 seconds to examine it before I begin the toss-up question. One second while I get my screen set up as well. Okay. Here's the toss-up. Did you know that you have rights? Provided is a list of questions you may or may not have as a Roman of the late Republic. Looking at the laws on the right-hand side of the page, please provide the letter corresponding to the law which would best... Arvind? That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining 2 teams. Did you know that you have rights? Provide is a list of questions you may or may not have as a Roman of the late Republic. Looking at the laws on the right-hand side of the page, please provide the letter corresponding to the law which would best answer the legal question on the left labeled 1. Alazar?
D.
D is correct. Here's your first bonus, DC. Now, please provide a letter corresponding to the law which would best answer the legal question labeled as 2.
Okay. This is either B, E, or F. I know, I'm not limiting the choices, but that's all I got. Okay. Replicundarum. Okay. Okay. I'm
Answer,
gonna.
please.
Cassia? I don't know.
E, final answer.
E is correct. Here's your second bonus.
Thank you.
Finally, please identify the letter corresponding to the law which would not directly answer any of the questions on the left.
Nice. Okay. Directly answered. I'm gonna be able to.
Oh, that's the Ogolnia, right? 6
No,
to C.
that goes to 6.
Yeah.
It's not direct. I guess just D, I
Wait.
guess.
What about 5? Does that not have any?
Oh, we just gave that one.
No. 5, not E. 5. Ham and Italian.
That would go to A.
Oh, okay.
Answer, please.
Right.
B, final answer.
Could you repeat that?
B.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 for DC on toss-up 13. I apologize. I just didn't hear you clearly. A lot of the letters have an E sound at the end. So that is 20 points for DC on toss-up 13. We'll move on to toss-up 13, and thanks, Alex, for the tech help. Listen carefully to the following Latin passage, which I'll read twice. Then responde latine to the questions which follow. Heads up, this is not the same bose as in round 3. Sabinisque ut prima apta die sacrificio visa est. Boem Romam actam deducit ad fanum Dianae et ante aram statuit. Ibi sacerdos Romana, cum eam magnitudino victimae celebrata fama bovis moviset, fata est. I repeat. Sabinusque ut prima apta die sacrificio visa est. Boem Romam actam deducit ad fanum Dianae et ante aram statuit. Ibi sacerdos Romana cum eam magnitudino victimae celebrata fama bovis moviset, fata est. The question, quando Jonas?
Dies opta prima.
That's incorrect. Dante?
Ut prima apta dies sacrificio visa est.
Could you repeat that, please?
Ut prima apta dies sacrificio visa est.
Yeah, that's correct. I just couldn't keep all the words in my mind. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. Quomodo sacerdos Romana mota est.
And we're going to get the passage pasted.
Yes, in approximately 5 seconds.
Amazing. Okay. So quomodo mota est. I guess they're just going for like celebrata fama.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why not? Let's just say that. Celebrata fama, final answer.
1 second, please. We're going to check on that.
Okay.
Could you repeat your answer just for the benefit of the tape?
Yes, I said celebrata fama.
Okay. Thank you. And we'll go to bonus 2. Postquam Romam venit, quo duxit Sabinus boem.
This, I guess, should be the ad fanum Dianae.
Yeah.
Okay. Ad fanum Dianae, final answer.
That's correct, or ad aram. So that's 15. We're checking on bonus 1. We'll have that as soon as possible for you, certainly before 19. In the meantime, we'll move on to toss-up 15. Toss-up. What work of Cicero, which is partially based on a work by Lena?
De Fato.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining 2 teams. What work of Cicero, which is partially based on a work by Penidius? Dante?
De officiis.
De officiis is correct. Discussed the 4 essential virtues and was dedicated to his son Marcus. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. What textbook on rhetoric, which was written in question and answer format, did Cicero write for the education of his son?
I believe this is the man Partitiones Oratoriae.
Yeah, ignore what I said in the chat.
I am ignoring it. Do not worry. Okay. Partitiones Oratoriae. Final answer.
That's correct. And your second bonus? What late author of the 4th century AD composed a commentary on the Somnium Scipionis, the last book of Cicero's De Republica?
Yeah, the man Macrobius. Final answer.
That's correct. So that's the full 20 points for Massachusetts on toss-up 15. Can we have our score check, please?
After 15, our scores are Georgia has yet to score, Massachusetts has 210 points, and DC has 35.
Okay, excellent. We'll move on to toss-up 16. Toss-up 16. At the beginning of the reign of Claudius, what commander became the first... Alizar?
Is it Aulus Plautius?
That's incorrect. Ethan?
Okay, I was going to say that, but we're going to go with...
Answer, please. Nicole?
Scribonianus.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for Team Georgia. At the beginning of the reign of Claudius, what commander became the first Roman to cross the Atlas Mountains while successfully suppressing a revolt in Mauritania? I'll repeat. At the beginning of the reign of Claudius, what commander became the first Roman to cross the Atlas Mountains while successfully suppressing a revolt in Mauritania? I've read the question through. Kaya?
Scipio.
That's incorrect. We're looking for Suetonius Paulinus. So that's no points for any team on toss-up 16. We'll move on to toss-up 17. In 1 second. Thank you. Toss-up 17. What Latin abbreviation is used to indicate the front of a page? Arvind?
FV.
That's incorrect. Jonas?
F period R period.
That's correct. Or the right-hand page, F period R period. Here's your first bonus, DC. Give 2 possible Latin words represented by the abbreviation FL period.
Okay, floruit, right? He flourished. And FL. Flora?
Flora?
That or no, it wouldn't be like, no, it wouldn't be feliz. It would,
What about the plural of flora? I don't know.
Floruerant.
I don't know.
Answer, please.
Final answer. Floruit and Floruerant.
We have flores and floruit, but we're going to check if it can be used in that way. Can you get on that team, please? In the meantime, your second bonus. The abbreviation FF period, which often appeared on works of art, stands for what Latin word?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's foliis. Like the pages of... yeah, because one F would be folio, I think. All right. Any objections? All right. Final answer, foliis.
That's incorrect. We're looking for facerunt. So that is 15 points pending floruerunt on bonus 1 for DC. I'm to inform you that Celebrata Fama has been accepted for Massachusetts on bonus 1 of toss-up 14. So for the scorekeeper's benefit, Massachusetts gets the full 20 points on toss-up 14. Okay, moving on to toss-up 18. Toss-up 18. The lines Pauca meo gallo, Dante.
Ausonius.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining 2 teams. The lines Pauca meo gallo, sed quae legat ipsa licoris, carmina sunt... Lena?
Cornelius Gallus.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat for the remaining team, Georgia. The lines pauca meo gallo, sed quae legat ipsa licoris, carmina sunt dicenda, neget quis carmina gallo, make up the address to Cornelius Gallus that begins the 10th poem of what work of Latin literature? Arvind?
Eclogues.
That's correct, and you're not muted this time. Here's your first bonus, Georgia. What Roman author, who most likely flourished during the reign of Nero, used Virgil as a model for his 7 eclogues?
Can you repeat?
Yes.
Wait, okay, it's pasted. Never mind.
Okay.
Samita, do you know?
No, I was not familiar with Virgil doing eclogues, so I'm just like guess.
Yeah,
Answer, please.
Ilias Italicus.
That's incorrect. We're looking for Calpurnius Siculus. Here's your second bonus. What author of the 3rd century AD leaves us 4 eclogues along with a didactic poem on hunting?
Oh, I know. Hold on, it starts with the. Like, I think it starts with C. I'm not sure though. Okay, Kipparissus.
That's
Or
incorrect.
Nemesianus. Fine, Nemesianus, final answer.
Okay. That's my fault. We're going to accept your answer because you did not say final answer. That's on me. So that's 15 for Georgia on toss-up 18. My apologies. And you were already saying the answer when I said that's incorrect. So you didn't get any benefit, so to speak. We'll move on to toss-up 19. Toss-up 19. Who successfully strung the bow that Heracles had... Dante?
Scythes.
Scythes is correct. That Heracles had given to his mother, overcoming his brothers Agathyrsus and Galonus to become king of an eponymous tribe north of the Black Sea. Here's your first bonus, Massachusetts. Scythes' mother is sometimes known by what name when she shares with the mother of the Crommyonian sow?
Echidna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Echidna, final answer.
That's correct. In your second bonus, the story of Scythes is related in Book 4 of Herodotus' Histories. Herodotus then describes how the Scythians invaded the territory of what people, who appear in the Odyssey at the bounds of the earth, where the sun never rose?
Is this...
Cimmerians.
Yeah, wait. No, because wasn't there something else that also had that description in our practice? Because like the Cimmerians seem too far away from the Scythians to make it make sense.
I think that was an unnamed
Answer,
island.
please.
Just go with the Cimmerians.
The Cimmerians, final answer.
That's correct, or the Cimmerioi. So that's the full 20 for Massachusetts on toss-up 19. Can we have our score check, please? But before that, briefly, sorry. Floruerunt, so bonus 117 for DC has not been accepted. So we'll calculate that in and then give you the score check.
All right, after 19 questions, Georgia has 15 points, Massachusetts has 235, and DC has 45.
Okay, we're at toss-up 19. Do we have any outstanding challenges before we move into toss-up 20? Hearing nothing, I'm going to move on. Toss-up 20. What grammatical anomaly is shared by all the following nouns? Penates? Jonas?
They are only in the plural.
That's correct. They're plural only or pluralia tantum. Here's your first bonus, DC. What grammatical anomaly is shared by all the following nouns? Triticum, aer, aurum.
Oh, these are the singularia tantum. These are the only in the singular. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Like, you know, air. Yeah, we. Final answer, they're only in the singular.
That's correct. And the two nouns from the toss-up were walwai and moini. I apologize for not reading those. Here's your second bonus. What grammatical anomaly is shared by all the following nouns? Preke, ope, fruge.
Okay, preke, ope, fruge.
They look ablative. I don't know if that's the
Yeah. I think they're like defective in the singular, or they have irregular singular declension, declining. They decline irregular in the singular.
Answer, please.
Final answer, they decline irregularly in the singular.
That's correct. So they're regular in the plural, but defective in the singular. So that's 20 points for DC on toss-up 20. And can we have our final score check, please?
Final score, Georgia has 15, Massachusetts has 235, and DC has 65.
Good game, guys. I want to thank you all for a great round. And to our audience for joining us today. I especially want to thank my co-moderators, Alex and Chris, as well as our staff behind the scenes, Sidler, Dobby and Patty. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.